good evening and welcome to Rangers Radio. I apologise for a couple of minutes late. We'll take full responsibility. I mean, Port Bear. I join myself, Oxford, on the show, as I already said, and my mate Port Bear, who's got the team. Well, what are you, Port?
How we doing, mate? Like to say hello to everybody. Hope you're doing well, pal.
Yep.
And I'll just get you the team now. The team is Alan McGregor, James Tavernier, Connor Goulson, Callum Bassett, Borna Barisic, Glenn Kamara, James Sands, Yanis Hadji, Scott Wright, Ryan Kent and Alfredo Morelos. And my subs tonight are John McLaughlin, Jack Simpson, Balogun, Leon King, Lundstrom, Acuna, McCann and Itten and Fashion Jr. Strong bench, mate.
So often you get two Leons on the bench.
Not very often at all, mate. So effectively 3 centre-halves on the bench.
Yeah. One can play right back, one can play left back, so you got a bit of cover in there. Big Itten's back in the bench. So a lot of international spot. There's one big top boy, mate. Over to you.
Wow. Well, the boy James Sands comes into the team, mate. Fair play to young man. He must be doing something very well with training. Obviously impressed the manager to get a start ahead of guys that's been at the club for 6 months or more, mate. And the boys I'm talking about are John Lundstrom and Acuna. A lot of people maybe thought Lundstrom made a start tonight, mate. I think some of these did. But with James Sands started, mate, what have we got to lose? It's a sink or swim moment for the boys' career, in my opinion. Everything's in there and it's been worked on under G over the last fortnight, which has been excellent. We should get to see a Rangers side tonight with more time on the training pitch, and maybe that's what Sands has fitted into. Maybe Sands has worked right into their plans. But what does it say for John Lundstrom?
I'm sure we'll cover that as the show develops in the next few days, but it's all about the starting 11. Hadji in as well, mate, thoughts?
Aye, I think Hadji will play in the number 10 role, mate. I think I touched on this last time I was on the show. It's the only sort of natural player that I feel could do the same similar job as Joe Aribo. He's got big boots to fill next year when it comes to filling that role. Joe Aribo's had one of the strongest seasons he's had at his time as a Rangers shirt. He's at the African Nations Cup right now and he's absolutely blossoming out there, showing what real class he has. But Yanis Hadji's, mate, he's got a chance to step into the shoes, mate, and really start to show us and impress us, because his numbers are well done this year, mate, on assists, etc. and goals.
Be interested to see what his minutes on the pitch are, mate. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can make a lot, start like my thoughts on that, but I wish him a bit luck tonight. 4-2-3-1.
Aye, that's what it looks like to me, mate. Definitely 2 sixes, and then you're 3 behind Morelos. Right on the right and Kent on the left.
Right on the right?
Yep, right on the right and Kent on the left.
Right, okay, we'll get these phone lines open if that's all right for you.
Brilliant, mate. I'd like to hear people's opinions before the game, yep.
Let's hear from you.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Okay, mate, people join us all the time. If you want to quickly use the team, sometimes only will do.
It's McGregor, Tavernier, Goulson, Bassey, Barisic, Kamara, Sands, Hadji, Wright, Kent, Morelos. The subs are McLaughlin, Simpson, Balogun, King, Lundstrom, Acuna, McCann, Itten and Fashion.
The Giovanni Van Bronckhorst, I don't know if revolution's too strong a word, but the fact that he's brought a guy in, one of his players, bang starter, slowly building his own team, mate.
I think every manager likes to do that Oxford wants to start building, getting their own players in, for overseas, etc., or if it's any home, even if it's homegrown, as long as he's been the manager that's brought them in. I think they like to get them bedded in. It shows the manager a bit of loyalty. We don't know what he's said to James Sand in his time of joining. Has he guaranteed him games, has he guaranteed him playing time, etc. So maybe, that's been one of the offers that olive branches put out there to the boy. But what it's telling me, Oxford, he must have had a hell of a great training fortnight there in the system and the philosophy under our new manager, Giovanni, for the lad to get a start against Aberdeen at Batodry. We know it's a tough place to go, mate.
Aye, I agree. And I'll quickly give you their starting team. 11, Lewis, McCrory, Brown, Ramirez, Hedges, Ojo, Hayes, Ferguson, Jenks, Ramsey and Bates. Yeah, that's the team we're facing tonight, yeah?
That's probably as expected, mate, yep.
Okay, right. So the big talking point is definitely the boy James Sands starting. I think it's great that we've not brought in a project. We've brought in somebody that might be adding value to our first 11, mate.
Oh, definitely, mate. As I said, he's a certain age. It seems to be pretty evident that our manager is trying to bring in a younger players, mate. We know some of our players are coming to the end of their career, or over that twilight period. Let's just say the peak of their careers. So I like the sort of age group he's bringing in, mate. But you talk about it often on the show. You have to get the blend right. So I think he does still need to keep an element of experience in the team. But exciting times, mate. I'm really excited to watch Sands in the midfield. Simply for the reason he's came in. I think he's been here 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and he's grabbed that shot already, mate. I'm really excited to see what the gaffer sees.
Yeah, if he thinks he's good enough, we'll go back him. Is it a brave call for you?
I think I'm led to believe Oxtear that he knew about the boy. His good friend Claudio Reyna knew a lot about the boy for his time in America, and he's very, very highly thought of in the USA team. He's got 7 caps there already. He's won a Gold Cup as well with the USA. He won a league with
Was
New
he
York
born
as well.
in the USA?
He's a German born, I believe.
That was a joke. Carry on.
I get you, mate. I get you. Right. So I think Giovanni, when he done his wee tour of the Man City group, didn't he? He was in China, he was in America, he even came up to Man City here to learn coaching styles and stuff, done a bit of coaching himself. So I believe he knows a bit about the player, mate. So hence one of the reasons I think he went and got him.
Aye, listen, it's a bold decision. I don't know, brave, bold decision. And you're right, and there's no way a lot of talk going forward about the other 2 midfielders. But with the 5 substitutes, maybe he's utilising his whole squad and maybe goes, this guy will get 60 minutes out of him, then I've got these two guys ready to go, particularly Bakuna's more attacking, yeah?
Aye, definitely.
Up, yeah?
Yep. Or if it's not working out, Oxford in 20 minutes, he brings on Lundstrom to go alongside Kamara. But I think the boy will surprise a few tonight. I think you're going to see a pretty strong, great game for the young man. Under the articles I've read for the MLS and stuff, he's quite suited to our game. The physicality side, he likes a tackle. He's good and strong in there. And like we spoke to before on the show, he's very versatile, mate. He's very, very versatile.
Yeah. I'm sure the boy Sands will be hungry to get the game started and get tore in, mate.
Oh, he was starving, mate. Absolutely starving. Definitely.
Yep. Look, wish him the best of luck. Rangers debut, away to Aberdeen. Balogun done it. Yeah.
Sorry, mate.
Balogun done it last year. Strolled
He
it.
did, mate. He absolutely did. It was good to see him back on the bench, to be fair, mate. Cover for Bassey and Goldson, and obviously Jack Simpson's there as well. But it was good to see Balogun back in the team. Definitely. See Cedric Itten tonight, Oxford. Do you think he's got any part to play in the game?
If we play well with 5 substitutes and the game goes like we would like to hope it goes, mate, and we could be maybe 2 up or whatever, I could see Alfie coming on because it's the big picture then, isn't it? Yeah?
Yep, definitely.
Do I see him getting brought on if we need a goal also, maybe late on? Aye, potentially, aye.
The reason I'm asking is because obviously the gaffer touched on it in his presser, didn't he? He brought him back. He wasn't getting enough games in Germany, in his opinion. He's brought him back to obviously clearly have a look at him because he thinks he can offer, a different dimension up front because he is different for the strikers we've got. Mm-hmm. And especially with the quality we put in the box, we know he's good in there and we know he can score goals. So you think back to Motherwell, teams like Oxford.
Yeah, right.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
We've been joined by Denver Bear. Evening, Denver. Well, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon. No, say, can you see by the dawn's early light? God bless America. Young James Sands makes his debut. Great stuff.
Yeah. Has it made the press over there? Or is it only you that's fun it in the corner somewhere? Yeah?
It's just me. It's me, Ox, you know. Just me. Aye, great stuff. Great to see the boy make his debut, you know.
Yeah. Well, it's a bold decision by the manager, and hopefully it's the right decision, yeah?
I don't have any doubts about it. I've still not got to see him playing yet, Ox, but, you know, the professionalism that the Yankees throw into their boys and their athletes and all that. I mean, we've seen it with every US player that's came to the Rangers before. They've all been top quality athletes, you know, so I don't have any doubts about the boy at all, you know.
I'll pass you to an athletic expert. We've not got one of them on the panel tonight.
I was going to say, Bridges isn't here.
Port Bear.
Aye, Denver, how you doing, mate?
Doing all right, but I'll give you a bit of advice.
Good.
I'll give you a bit of advice, Port.
Go on, mate.
When you turn 65 and the young team say, come on, old guy, come on, we'll go skiing. Don't dare. Just don't dare. I did it yesterday, and I'm feeling as if I went 3 rounds with Mike Tyson. Not the best idea in the world, I'll tell you.
I take it you're suffering today, big man, aye?
Oh, I'll tell you. Oh, just unbelievable. I couldn't even describe how I'm feeling, my man. Anyway, back to the football.
I can guess when it's sorest, Denver, and it's not the first time that's happened to you.
The young team, eh? Oh.
That'll teach you, mate. That'll teach you. What do you think? The rest of the team pretty much picked itself?
I think so, I think this is, you know, I'm leaning towards your thoughts on Hadji. I thought he started the season well, and then he got that injury, and he's not been the same since. And he's always been like what I term as the nearly man. You know, he's always nearly getting the ball and nearly getting a goal and all that stuff. I love to see the guy doing it, but I've got my doubts now, Ox, you know.
Listen, mate, I'm only what I watch and what I comment on. I wish the boy all the best, mate, if that makes sense, yeah?
Aye, no doubt about it, aye.
You know? I've got my thoughts.
It's just time for him to stone up, you know, and be counted. You know, now Big Aribo's the star man. He's in Africa at the moment. So I hope he does it, you know. I really hope he does it, you know.
Aye. You know what you always forget, Port, and Denver can come in after you, mate. Hadji's 6 foot. He's 6 foot. He's no Tommy McLean.
No, he's definitely not, mate, and that's one of the attributes that he should be using. In it. He's not a wee guy. He's even felt out a bit this year. He's even worked on his upper body, but for me, he still gets muscled off the ball. I remember when Joe Aribo came through a period like that as well. And we've got to remember, Hadji is younger than Joe Aribo and he's still to develop. But I've always been one of the big advocates for Hadji. I've never doubted his talent. You
see, Hadji's about my age.
Say it again, your age?
Aye, see the younger Joe Aribo.
Aye, very good, Ian. I just think, like Denver's touched on, and I touched on earlier on, this is an opportunity for him next year to go out and prove to the manager, the fans, and himself that we can trust him to fill the boots of guys like Joe Aribo if they're injured or they're at national duty, etc. Because we do know he's got a quality home defences. We do know he's got a quality to score the world free kick, whatever it may be. But it just needs to do it at a more consistent level, mate, if he's to nail down that spot and fight Joe Aribo for it. Because right now it's not even a fight, mate. It's not even a fight. It's one man's jersey and that's it.
I've got to say, but I don't think they realise how good Joe Aribo is. Really don't. Denver?
I was thinking about that earlier on, Ox. You know, I think it's going to be interesting to see how we play without him. Because the big man's been, you know, he's been key to all the success this season. I'll be interested to see.
The other thing, if I'm being honest, all right, sometimes he makes mistakes, who doesn't he? You know, but he always gives you a shift. You know, he always gives you a shift, and he helps in both boxes. And then you throw in all that skill and the vision he's got. He's a top player, Denver.
You know, you just need, especially if you watch a game, you know, after you've watched it live, and you see the amount of grass he covers, you know, because he's on the left, he's on the right, he's through the middle, he's all over the place, man. He's some player, a big guy, and he just plays with a big smile on his face as well, you know.
Let's get back to the team tonight. The defence, a bit of stability. Bassey, this is 12 games this a row now started. There you go.
Yep, nothing much to argue about in that department, mate. I think that guy, like I touched on with Hadji, he's made that position his own. We have got two centre backs that could play in the other night, and Simpson and Balogun. I know Balogun just come back from injury, but Simpson should be fit enough to play, mate. And he's keeping them two out of the team. So well done, Calvin Bassey. That's all I can say. It's your shot to loss, son.
Has he surprised you, Denver?
Surprised me how well he's fitted into the centre-half position. I mean, he couldn't header a ball to save his life, but his footwork is good, Ox, you know, and he's been talked through the game with Big Olsen. So the only surprise, you know, I always had faith in the big guy, and he's a joy to watch, man. But I would be a wee bit surprised how well he's fitted into the centre-half.
I think that's fair. I think that's really fair. Port Bear, people join us all the time. Do you want to give us the team?
The team is McGregor in goal, Tavernier, Goldson, Bassett, Barisic in defence, Kamara, Sands, Hadji in midfield, right, Kent, Morelos, and my subs are McLaughlin, Simpson, Balogun, King, Lundstrom, Bacuna, McCann, Itten, and Fashion Jr.
Fashion. He doesn't seem to get in the game time. He's a bit of a cult hero, but well, we'll see when he gets on the pitch what he does if he gets on the night. But good to have on the bench then for that pace.
I think I'd have tended to go towards starting him rather than Wright. I just think Fashion he's a wee bit more than Wright does. But I like Wright, but I think out of the two of them I'd pick Fashion every time.
Talking about a guy who's always up to date with fashion, we'll be joined by Big Al. How are we doing, big man?
Hello, I've joined the international show tonight.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sure, man.
Are you still polishing your piece?
Oh, I just bought two brand new pieces of hardware last week.
Hardware, you know. I like that word, hardware. That sounds good. It's good to hear your dulcet tones, mate. Good to hear your dulcet tones.
How's things in Australia?
Aye, they're all right, man. I'm just after night shift.
Djokovic 3.
No, he must go. Thank God. But they dragged it out, man. They dragged it out. They should have just said to him, MD else isn't getting across the border. Trust me. If you filled that format wrong, they're not getting across the border.
Team, big man?
Well, as far as I'm glad Wright's in the team. I like Wright as a player. We'll see with Sands if he's a player. I'm just disappointed we've not got any marquee signings, and I'm looking for a Totti or a Del Piero or a Lampard.
Are they not a bit old now?
I'm using them as a measuring stick. That type of player. Oh, I'm a whole watch case of Mrs. is listening. A couple of King Edwards I've got in the house.
Aye, okay. Man, it's Pipers.
No, King Edwards, trust me, scrubbed. And I look at it as what it is. I'm excited for the game. We've been waiting a wee while for the game. I don't envisage any problems. Probably just jinxed it now, but I mean, we should go up there. I watched a couple of interviews there. They're saying all of the right things, but it just matters. We go in that park and show them who's boss.
Yeah. What do you think of the boys' Sands starting?
Well, he's been there 3 weeks, so he's had 3 weeks to settle in. So, and I think he was fit when he came. So, look, I trust the manager. I like Gio. I think we've got a good in there. So I trust them. They're not stupid. They Dutch boys. They know what they're talking about football. So, aye. I heard Gravy talking there saying if 20 minutes it's not gone right, you pull him off. I don't know about that. Like,
yeah, remember the good days just took you off.
Aye,
that's what I was meaning. I wouldn't want to be pulling the boy off. No, I didn't hear you. I didn't mean it that way. No, I just clicked what I said there. Aye. But I think 20 minutes would be too early to take the boy off, if that makes sense. Sorry.
yes.
He's never managed 20 minutes in his life, Al, but that's another story.
No, I don't
the rest of the team pretty much picks itself.
Pretty much, aye. And then, look, that's what I mean. We've got that solid base of a team, haven't we? In regards to, we've got regulars there. I watched that training video. There's a couple of players coming back as well. So that strengthens the squad. But, aye, look, the only thing, Joe Rebo's not on the team. He would have been in the team, obviously, but he seems to be doing no bad on international duty. So that's a bonus for us as well. Like, you know what I mean? Adds a few zeros to his price. And he does eventually go. But maybe Joe Rebo's a marquee signing. You know what I mean? He's been there. He's that type of player, isn't he? He seems to be anyway.
Top draw, mate. Top draw.
Mm-hmm.
Just be a touch on in regards to the team and the solidity. But we're starting to build a very serious, consistent, spiny team at the moment under G, aren't we? When you think McGregor, your back five with Goldson, Bassey through middle, Kamara, and then Morella's up front. We're building a cracking spine that's played consistency. I think that's been very important.
I feel more confident as a Rangers fan when I know that the team that's got to take the park, we're not having us chopping and changing just for the sake of chopping and changing. If the player's playing well, he's in form, don't change it. If it's not broken, don't change it. And I feel more comfortable with my team as a fan watching that. If that what I said there makes sense.
Yeah.
I think Gio as a manager, he picked the players out that are on form. The players that have been playing through these 10 games, and they've all been on form, I feel like, you know what I mean? There's been very, very few of them, could you say, has had a poor game, about a pure 10, 15 minutes, but they've pulled their socks up, got back into it. I think the team ethos, I think he's just watching some of the stuff, I think we look like we've got a team there, you know what I mean? We've got a team there, they're all working.
Talking about guys who always perform, not always well. We've been joined by Andy for Leeds. Evening, Andy.
That's some brought in international show.
Good evening, guys.
How we doing, mate?
Andy,
not too bad.
Andy, just a wee quick question, mate.
Go on then.
Pull off Sands?
When would I pull off Sands? After you. No, I'd leave the boy. The boy's got to settle in. If he's doing all right, he stays there, don't he? I mean, he'll probably not get the full game because being his first game, right enough. But hopefully, we're in command of the game. I'm a wee bit nervous about it actually. I don't know if it's because he's not played for. You always get a game with these, but I don't think this is as easy as what we think.
No, it never is, mate. Never is.
But the team more or less picks itself, doesn't it? Like we said last night. I did go for Sands right enough, so that's the first time I've ever got a team right.
It was a surprise to me. I got a phone call this afternoon in Port Barrel, bear me out in this, confirming that Sands was starting. The Northwest correspondent phoned me to tell me Sands was. He said, "Have you heard?" I said, "Yes, Sands is starting." He went, "How did you know?" Anyway. But look, I think you're right, Andy. Historically, it's always a difficult game. You look at our team, you look at their team. We've got all the football players. They've got all the if you like,
hammer throwers.
Hammer throwers, aye. That's you're right, mate. I couldn't have put it any better myself.
Aye, mate. Always a physical game up there. Guys like Brown, McCrory, Ferguson, Ojo. I mean, they're all very, very physical players, mate, in my opinion. And that's one thing that Andy's probably always saying. We need to show the same sort of digging, the same sort of fight, because that's the sort of game it could be in the midfield. And like I said, when I read some of the articles on Sands, that he's up for this sort of game, mate. That's why I think it's important that we play the two number 6s tonight with Kamara and Sands beside each other, and let's see him getting out there and really bullying the wee Man, I don't like you plays number 8.
Oh, right, okay, don't worry about him. Don't worry about him. Denver, the boys...
Is McCrory still their player?
No, wait, no.
No, did they sign him? Did we sell him? Did we get money?
500,000, I believe.
Was that?
Mm-hmm.
Is Bates still there as well? Is Bates
Aye.
the same as well?
Yeah.
Are they both playing tonight?
Yes.
Aye, yep.
All right. Well, that sums it up for me. You know how far we've came since they two. I mean, they were all right at the time, but we've moved on big time, eh?
The boy McCrory, I thought he was... I think we could never find the right position with him. Coming out of youth football where he was a bit of a star, you have to find your position in men's football. And I think he's still getting that problem. But anyway, enough about him. It's all about us.
Aye. Exactly.
You like the stability. I think the teams, the back four, have earned the right to keep playing Denver because clean sheets.
Aye, that's it, Ox, because it's been so long, we keep chopping and changing, but knowing that, how many games is that they've played together now? That'd be a good 5, innit? Same team, same back four. Is that right?
Pretty much. This will be the 12th game, I think. There's been
It's 12.
changes.
Yep, they changed it back.
I think Barisic is the only one that's been out, isn't it? He's the only one.
I think there was one game that maybe Patterson started or came on at left back, wasn't there?
Aye.
But I think this has pretty much been the 12 games since that semi-final.
Aye, when
you some choices that boy made, eh? Jesus,
that's going well, isn't it?
You can't right. Thank you.
When you can name the same back four every week, you're doing well, I'll tell you. Same goalkeeper as well. Telling you that's the key to success. Keep a zero, as Gio says. Keep a zero.
It's a big thing, Andy. Yeah?
Oh, definitely. Well, we go back to Souness, he said that get it right at the back and the rest will come. And we'll look to be doing that, all right, keeping the goals down and all that. So long may it continue. I mean, if they're playing well, they go up there tonight and get another clean sheet, then barring injury like that, you just leave the same back four, don't you? It's not rocket science, that, in my opinion. You just keep them going.
Well, you keep clean sheets, Port, you don't lose, yeah? That's a start,
That's a fundamental, mate. That's where it all starts. You're back 4, back 5. You don't lose goals, and basically you got the other end of the pitch, and if you nick one and come to the road by a bridge, man, mate, we're happy. 3 points are on the board. That's what matters at the moment.
And you come, Big Al, Ryan Kent. I think he's an important player tonight.
Aye, did he not score the last time we played them?
It was I think he might have. Did he score? I think he scored up there at the start of last season, didn't he?
Aye.
Oh, was it? Aye, he's an important player. He's got another 3 weeks under his belt, a wee bit of Dutch coaching. Something different, you know what I mean? Maybe sometimes he's a bit stale. Maybe I like him when he's on that hugging the touchline. I think we've got to play with that width. I think we've got to touch. I think that width as well also allows the players in the middle of the park to a wee bit more freedom. So I'd like to see him and Wright both hug the touchlines and do what they need to do. Kent, he is one of our marquee signings, if you like. He's one of our marquee players, sorry. So these are the games when we might need battle a wee bit. We're looking for a bit of magic for him. A goal, something special. If they set somebody up and they put a goal in, that's all good and well. But I'd like to see him in these games, the ones with class that are a wee bit bigger in the league. Important games like this, back after a 3-week break. Do the damage, Ryan Kent. I see he's got like kind of Mohican thing, isn't he? I've seen him in the training. He's got a new hairstyle, so might be able to run faster with or something.
Aerodynamic now, is that what you think?
Aerodynamic, aye. Whatever floats your boat, Kent. As long as you put the ball in the back of the net, I'm not giving a monkey what he wears, what he does, who his brother is. Just get the ball in the back of the net.
Exactly. Port Kent.
Aye, mate. I'm going to come back at your question if that's all right. Who is the most important between Hadji and Kent tonight? Is it Kent? Are we expecting Kent to be the main man to provide? Are we expecting Hadji to do what Aribo does and drive the team forward?
It's a team game, mate. You know,
yep.
If Hadji gets the ball in the right position and slips it to Kent, Kent makes it happen. Hadji makes a run into the box and doesn't get to it when Morelos sticks it in. It's a team game, you know. You know, you win as a team, you play as a team. If the two of them play well, mate, we're winning this game easy.
Yeah.
But they've got to play well, yeah.
Do you think that three, Wright, Kent and Hadji, will rotate? Or do you think they'll stick to the positions, mate?
I do think they'll rotate, mate.
Yeah, that's what I think, mate. Yep, definitely. The rest of the boys, what do you think? Does Hadji, Wright and Kent rotate? Or do they stick to the positions?
Andy?
I would like to see them stick to the positions, create the damage from the side and let Big Morales, get in and do the damage with possibly actually falling on the back of them for a breakdown, right enough, you know. They've been doing really well on the two wings, so if we're pushing them back and making them defend, we can get the right ball and get behind them. Morales is on a bit of form at the minute. Hopefully he puts the ball in the rigging and it's ching-ching on we go, innit, you know. That's how I'd look at it. But there will be stages in the game, won't there, where, guys get out of position or something might come up, right enough. But I'd still like, and we are there, I like to see the two wingers doing what, old-fashioned football, like I would call it, from back in the day. I like that kind of style. You bring them out, stops them from sitting in, so hopefully we do it that way. But whatever we do, as long as we get the result, they've all got to stand up tonight. It's as simple as that, because if we don't, and 3 or 4 of them after, it could be a tricky night. So let them all stand up for me.
I get your point, Andy, but for me, it's if we play football, because we haven't got the most physical team in the world, have we? Let's be honest.
No. No, it's just the things that they do. And also, Bob Jess said last night, was a very good point, but he said, we get involved and embroiled in that. And, who's the ref tonight, by the way?
Yeah, good question. I'll get
Clancy, is it? I think it's Clancy.
Close. Well, there you go, then. So, Bobsy, I might have a point there, right enough. I don't trust him as far as I get through him, right enough. But it's not about the referee, it's about what we do, So, don't get involved in the stupidness and just punish him with the football,
We've this team, this group of players have never been the most physical. Big Al.
I wouldn't say that. I don't think they get pushed about. I mean, Brian Cade jabbed a guy once on the park, so he's not going to be scared of the thug in the middle of the park. Alfredo Morelos doesn't get pushed about. The goalkeeper wouldn't get pushed about. I wouldn't even want to be pushing about Bassey. Basically pushed me back. Goal. So I don't think we're any lightweights. I think we're more cultured as players. But I think if we need to do the dirty stuff, we can do the dirty stuff. Wouldn't we? Who are you comparing them to?
Well, we've not really got Ian. If you take Ian Ferguson, Stuart McCall as a blend in the middle of the park with Kamara and say Aribo play at times, they're not the type of players, are they? But they've got other things that make them different.
So they've got other tools in their arsenal.
I'm not saying they're better or worse players. What I'm saying is they're different, yeah?
Yeah, but you were kind of saying that our team's powder puff, saying that we've not got the balls to. I think the team has got the balls to.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying if we play football, we win, mate. We've got 60 games, 1 defeat in 60 games in the league. We're not worried about what other teams do.
No, correct. So I don't know if you need to be a thug to play football. We can play football. We don't need to be throwing about tackles and all that. But if we need to, I think the team is strong enough. We've got characters in the team that I don't think would shy away from the battle. No. Does that make sense?
No, they don't hide. There's different kinds of braving on the park. Yeah.
Aye. You maybe ask me the wrong question. I'm the wrong person to ask that question to. Ask that to Denver. He carries a piece.
I think the only lightweight in it is Hadji, to be honest with you. He's so easily pushed off the ball. I mean, Kenny, and then he fades into the distance there. The likes of Kenny, he gets booted up and down the park, but he comes back from there all the time, Kamara, he's got the skill. He's got the fit skill to get away from it. He doesn't need that dig either, So, it's completely different times up, with Fergie and wee McCall and all that, But I'd love to see one of those kind of players in the team, to be honest with you. I don't think we can get away with it right enough nowadays. That's the only thing.
We've had the elocution police on again, Andy. Could you pronounce for centre forward, please?
Morales. I thought you was going to give me a hard one then, right enough. I was getting confused before you even opened your mouth.
What's his name? What did you say his name is?
Morales.
Morales?
Morales, aye.
All right.
Why, what do you call him?
Morales.
What do you call him?
Morelos.
Right. I'll go for Morales. That'll do me.
Actual Leeds accent.
Tell him it's a buffalo. That's it.
Aye,
That'll do. It's not Tavernier. It's not Tavernier. What's the one you say with Tavernier?
Tavernier.
They've had to change that song again because Tavernier doesn't round me any of the rest of them. Right, how's it going for you tonight, Denver Bear?
2-0 Rangers.
That'll do me, mate. Big Al doesn't like to make a prediction, but what you feeling, big man?
No.
What you feeling?
I'm feeling Morelos a brace and Kent a worldie.
Does that mean it's sitting to the right, yeah?
I don't know what that means. I'm even going to answer that.
What's the betting?
The crazy ones are what I think. I'm going for 4-0. I'm going for 4-0, 4-1, 4-2, and I'm going for 2-1 is what I think. You know, the score will be. You know, again, right enough. But I'll tell you what. I've sent him a message there at dinner time. He's not going back. He stitches me up again. The last time he did that, Rangers got the score like they never put it on. Or that's what he said anyway.
He's like, there's that 50 quid for that, mum. Andy, never managed to get it on. If it wins, if it loses, oh well.
Oh, dear me. I'll tell you what, if he has put it on and it comes in, I'll tell you what, but I'll buy you a different hat. I noticed a wee green piping on the side of the hat you had on there today.
He's not answering that. He's away looking at it.
What was that?
I see a wee green piping down that hat you had on there today.
Oh no, where? What are you talking about?
On the side of your hat. What is the green on it?
No, it's not.
When did
well, it looks bloody green in that picture.
Andy, when did McDonald's get green piping on their uniform? He put this picture up and it looks bloody green to me, right enough. Mind you, she always says I'm colourblind, right enough. No, but there you go. Big Al sitting there with the baggy green on.
Aye, Aussie.
I've got the baggy green, aye. Aussie.
Right, okay. Listen, I'm going to listen. Do I think the score will be this? I'm hoping it's going to be 3-0 to Rangers and we come down the road and confidence just builds because that big game we've got on Friday.
Yeah.
Aye, 100%, mate. 100%. I went for 3-0 as well.
I said to Shuggs this morning, like I said, if Rangers go up there and get a good win, you know, this score really wounds them. You know, as we come away there and get a good result, it really wounds them, and it's another game off. If we come through this one, each game at a time with a W, and we're all right, aren't we? Mm-hmm. 16 and a draw will take us there anyway, wouldn't it?
Aye, no, you'd be miles in front if you get 16 and a draw, mate.
Well, that's how I'm looking at it. I don't want to lose nothing there, right, you know. I'll concede a draw.
No, 16 and a draw and it'll be finished before the split, mate.
Aye. Never thought about it that way, right?
But anyway, looking forward to it. Get the football back, and the day the football starts back full time, we'll lift all the restriction. Mental. There we go, but that's another story. Listen, thanks, Denver. Always a pleasure, brother.
Take care, guys. God bless America.
James Sands. And James Sands as well. Cheers, mate. Big Al. Great to hear from you.
Yeah, gentlemen, you have a good game.
Cheers, big man.
I'll not see the game for 7 hours. It's just noon here. I'll not get home at 7:30 at night here.
Is that a photo of you with the green bit in your hat with the beard? Is that you, Gravy Boy?
Aye.
It is green, isn't it, Al?
Is that you, is it?
That's yellow.
Jesus.
That's green, isn't it? Yeah, that's green.
Heroes, That's green. What's that? A motorbike hat?
Listen, just to let you know, there's a
That's
I'm just printing it off to keep the rains away from the fire, big girl.
No, but you know that way you've got a picture in your head, and that wasn't what I expected.
I'll tell you another thing.
Jesus.
I'll tell you another. Anybody want a ticket for the race night, there's one gone spare because he's not getting it.
Did you see that, Denver? That's
I
like
did see
somebody
it,
in one of the jails in California or something, man.
Aye.
I was me and get my car washed.
I'd have that hardware all tuned up here out when I saw something like that.
It is green and grey, that hat. Right. Listen, thanks to Big Al, thanks to Denver, thanks to Andy. Always a pleasure, Andy.
Great, enjoyed it.
Tell
Take
Sugar
care,
was
guys.
from mate.
Will do.
Thank
He
you.
knows. He listens every night, like, you know. But he knows what you think, like, you know.
All right. Right.
That's 1-0 you, Andy. That's 1-0 you.
One. Andy, I've not had my dinner yet. Right. Thanks to my mate, Port Bear.
Cheers, mate. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoy your game.
Rangers Radio's going to start haunting houses. Listen, everybody, please enjoy the game. We'll be back approximately 15 minutes after the final whistle, celebrating the Rangers victory. Thanks to Fox and Old School Boy for doing the technicals. Enjoy the match. Take it away, Foxy boy.
As I was walking down the Coleman Road, I met a bunch of strangers. They said to me, "Are you going to see